Welcome to another Mystical Perspective. My name is Reverend Cindy Palos, and I'm really excited to be able to talk to you about a secret key, to talk about the fact that you have what it takes. You do. You have what it takes. This is going to be a talk based on Dr. Master's book, Spiritual Mind Power Affirmations, and we'll be doing the affirmations and then a talk, a prayer, a meditation as well, in the metaphysical perspective, right? And the first one we're going to be getting into is such a powerful one here on You Have What It Takes. It's everything. I've got what it takes to be loved, healthy, prosperous, happy, everything. Isn't that nice to know? It's sometimes people get so buried in life that they don't waken up to see that they have everything. And hopefully you'll find that answer, that you have everything, is indeed something you can apply to all of your life. It's the greatest gift of all. You already have everything. The next affirmation is how and why. I've got what it takes because in absolute spiritual truth, the ultimate life in my body is God with all power, wisdom, love, and healing to do what it takes within and through me. Now, here's the answer to how you have what it takes, right? Because really, in truth, you have within you that ultimate life, that God presence within you connects you to all power and wisdom and all love and all healing. So that is already present when you connect and stop fighting and turn it over to God. The next identity is identify totally and completely with the presence of God within my body as the doer of all that needs to be done in my life, according to God's purpose for me in this lifetime. Now, there's this interesting thing, we are human beings, yet we spend most of our time doing. And here we say that the doer of all that needs to be done is there in the presence of God. So if you're able to stay in that presence of God within while you're being, and thus turn all of the things that you need to do over to God, then you are truly working in Christ consciousness, the highest state of awareness. And the next one is mind. The surface level of my conscious mind yields itself daily to the universal mind consciousness of God, so that my conscious awareness has exactly what it takes in love, health, prospering everything. So again, here's attuning and aligning your mind to be in touch and in tune with the universal mind consciousness of God. Such a powerful thing to be in tune with. We all vibrate at different energy levels and frequencies, and we all play our own inner sounds and songs and interpretations of the music of the spheres, of course. But what is your mind actually putting out? Is it putting out something that's not in harmonious energy with the universal mind consciousness, or are you in tune with the powerful force of God living in harmony to get you exactly what you need in love, health, prospering, everything? And will is the next affirmation. Daily, I give up my surface personal will to the real will contained in my body, or God's will within the universal willpower that has what it takes to create the universe and thus, most certainly, everything in my life. Now, we have our individual mindset and ego, and it has its own wants and needs. But then there's God's will and the universal willpower that has what it takes to create everything. That was the one source, and it is the one source of all creation in the universe. So it can indeed give you what you need if you follow and listen and act with God's will, not your own personal egoic will. The next affirmation is meditation. Through my daily practice of meditation, I give up my personal sense of presence to the presence of God at the innermost center of consciousness within me that contains all that it takes for me in matters of love, health, prospering, and everything. So again, meditation always is the key. And why? Well, the thing is, when you wake up in the morning and you take time to go within, you can be aware of that presence of God. You can attune and align yourself with that presence. We are more than ever being bombarded by our cell phones, our messages, our social media, but to get away and just be with God aligns you and gives you time to connect with that God within. And when you connect with the God within, everything else falls into place. Now, it's also good to meditate before you go to sleep at night. Well, I really highly recommend taking time, 5 or 10 minutes at least, to meditate at the end of the day and review what your day's been like and see if indeed you have been attuned and aligned and working with God's will, not your own personal will. And the last affirmation here on this particular subject, you have what it takes, is energized. The power, will, knowingness, healing, and love of God's presence working through me energizes my body, mind, and soul to accomplish and succeed in my life and with my life. Now, you can't these days help but think of the energy bunny, right? The little energizer bunny, and how it keeps going, right? So we all want more energy. There's so much we need to do. But when you have that connection to and that enthusiasm and that energy of knowing you're on purpose, you'll be amazed at how you get in the zone and you totally lose track of time. In fact, the time ceases to exist when you're working on something you really care about. And it gives you the energy when you're in tune with that to get you through with body, mind, and soul to accomplish what you need and to succeed in your life. Now, those are the affirmations from this particular chapter. Going into the subject, I have to always go back to the idea of self-worth and confidence when we talk about this. There's a lot of people who at a young age are told they aren't good enough, or they're in an abusive relationship and they're told they can't do that. And sometimes people even don't realize the effect that can happen when especially if there's someone you love tells you you're not good enough to do that, or you can't do that. Your confidence can truly be challenged, and you need that confidence in God, in yourself, to accomplish what you want. They've done studies that find people who are very confident are able to express that and attain a higher social status than people who aren't confident. It's strange, but people who believed they were better than others, even when they weren't, We're given a higher place on the social ladder. Now, what's the danger there? So a lot of these people who are overconfident are being driven by huge egos. And a lot of times that's actually driven by their feeling of inadequacy, that they need to feel like they're more important than they are. So you don't need to have your ego boosting you up. You need to have the next level that takes you to the real important thing, which is confidence in you, that God is there working with you, and that you are an instrument of God's great work for you, and that you have a purpose and a destiny that needs to be fulfilled. And you can always fulfill it if you go back to your soul and go within and connect with God. You can then accomplish what you need in life, no matter what it is. You can do it. You can be liberated from your fear. You can be confident. You are worthy, more worthy than you realize. You know, this is important for you to always go back and ask yourself if you do feel you have enough self-esteem and confidence. I wrote this poem, "You are worthy. You are strong. You have the blessings of God and the vision to carry on." Quiet that doubt inside you and the demons who would block your dreams and make you think you're not good enough to do what you want to do. To realize that you can indeed fulfill your destiny. Reach deep inside your heart and believe you cannot be brought down by all the little self-doubts and the distractions that are so easily found. You are worthy. You are strong. You have what it takes to get the job done. So believe in yourself, my friend, and do carry on. And again, when you have yourself aligned with that power within you, you can accomplish what you need. It's not going to get done by itself. You're there as an instrument to get it done, right? And good things to remember is it's important to surround yourself with people who build you up and not take you down, right? That's very important. To have a good team, to believe in yourself, to trust yourself, to know in your heart of hearts what you need to do, and go for it, right? You need to always cultivate yourself as you cultivate a garden. Plant those seeds of love for your projects. Support your team that you build. Continue to believe that it will accomplish what that first inspiration was for you to do when you created it. It's funny, there was a story which I was very surprised at. Maya Angelou had a thing called imposter syndrome. And I never would have thought of that. She said that she suffered from imposter syndrome. And she once said, "I've written 11 books, but each time I think, uh-oh, they're going to find out now. I've run a game on everybody and they're going to find me out." And that can happen. But highly successful people are willing also to fail and take risks to eventually succeed. Now, a lot of people have what it takes, but they're terribly afraid of failing, so they don't even try. So if you're not trying, believe me, it's not going to happen. If you don't take that chance, then you won't accomplish anything. And that's, again, the ego trying to bring you down. I wrote a prayer on this subject. Dear Lord, please help me when, in the shadows of fear, the ego tries to dominate my life here. And in that domination, my purpose in life falls into my own limitation. When the challenges I enforce upon my heart and soul, the life I really came to live and my true purpose can never show. Allow myself to be free of ego's domination and control. For I am a living child of your love, and with that love my life does grow. Please allow me and my heart to believe in the love that I am inside. For when I am in that place of love, there's nothing left to hide. When others wish to control you, they may try to put you down. They may laugh and cause you to doubt in the truth that you found. But there is this great love that is so very true, waiting to come out of the shadows. And let that confidence come there too. It comes with that love inside of you. That's God's love. And it's a powerful, powerful, wonderful gift that you can tap into. So ask yourself, do you have any issues? Do you? Is there anything that you're believing that's a false belief? Is the ego holding you back? Do you feel you're not worthy? That's the ego. If you feel you can't do it, you're not worthy, and you don't try, that's the ego holding you back. You do not want to be limited by that belief, because it's not true. Let's go into meditation right now. Take a few wonderful deep breaths. Breathe in love. Let that love fill your heart, your mind, your body. Put a protective white light around yourself. Call in all of the power of the soul. Breathe it in. Be connected to spirit. And when you breathe out, just let God be in control. Go to that space inside where you breathe out any concerns or any doubts. And ask yourself, do you believe in yourself? Do you feel worthy of power and success and happiness? Now, if anything comes up, ask why, ask what it is. If there are any doubts or negative feelings you have, take a moment right now and shine them with this beautiful light of God's love. Completely bathe your inner child with light and love. Feel the strength growing in your heart with that love expanding there. Breathe it in. Be that love. Feel that love. Become that unconditional love. And send that light and love out. Ask for anything that you might need as direction to come to you. See if a word pops up, an idea, and feel the light of confidence fill you. Fill your mind and your body, your entire beingness. Feel the power of who you really are. You are a child of God, beloved. You are a living soul who is capable of tapping into the universe. You have what it takes. Feel that. Sense your purpose and your destiny. Believe in that. Know that you can achieve your goals. Thank you, God, and know that indeed you can live in the light of who you truly are. You can embrace that path that leads you to fulfill your destiny. Recognize that you have a purpose and you have the ability, a source of energy that takes you to places beyond your wildest dreams. Feel good because you feel God. Believe in yourself and that God power within. Know that you have the power, the confidence that is there, that you can act upon, your strength within, and accomplish what you need to do. Know that you have this true potential and the great power to tap into light and use it for good. Know that you are indeed worthy and you have what it takes. Doesn't that feel good to be filled with that positive energy, that positive light? Let yourself bathe in it for a moment and breathe and slowly come out of your meditation. And be centered and stay there and strong with the blessings of God and the vision to carry on. Know that indeed you are a child of God and you have what it takes to succeed. We're going to do the Aramaic Lord's Prayer before we close out today. This is the version written by John Mark Hammer. It goes, Father, Mother of the Cosmos, shimmering light of all, focus your light within us as we breathe your holy breath. Enter the sanctuary of our hearts, uniting within us the sacred rays of your power and beauty. Let your heart's desire unite heaven and earth through our sacred union. Help us fulfill what lies within the circle of our lives today. Forgive our secret fears as we freely forgive the secret fears of others. Let us not enter into forgetfulness, tempted by false appearances. For from your astonishing fire comes the eternal song, which sanctifies all, renewed eternally in our lives and throughout creation. We seal these words in our hearts, committed in trust and faith. Amama, Amama, Uanoa, the prayer is freed. Today's talk was based on Spiritual Mind Power Affirmations, a book by Dr. Paul Leon Masters, and that's all part of the University of Metaphysics, which I've been a part of for a long time. You can go to Metaphysics and site and find out more. And I also post over 50. A lot of these are posted at Mystical Perspective. So I really love sharing this positive energy with you, and I hope you do too. Thank you so much, and God bless you.